Hi, Frank and friends. Welcome to our story time. Today, hopefully, we'll get the time to do two stories about bears. The first one is short and quick, so we'll do that one first to make sure we have time. This is a story about a panda bear. A panda bear is black and white, and the title of it is I'll wait, Mr. Panda. I have the lights down low today so that you can really see the pages. What are you making, Mr. Panda? Wait and see. It will be a surprise. No, I will not wait. Goodbye. So the llama would not wait. But the penguin down here is saying, I'll wait, Mr. Panda. I'll wait. Are you making cookies, Mr. Panda? Wait and see. It will be a surprise. No, waiting is too hard. Goodbye. But the penguin said, I'll wait, Mr. Panda. I'll wait. Are you making cupcakes, Mr. Panda? Wait and see. It will be a surprise. It will be a surprise. No, I'm done waiting. But the penguin said, I'll wait, Mr. Panda. I'll wait. Is it ready yet, Mr. Panda? No, wait here. I don't like waiting. Goodbye. So he flew away. I'll wait, Mr. Panda. I'll wait, screamed the penguin. I'm sure Mr. Panda knows that the penguin will wait. I'm waiting, Mr. Panda. I'm waiting. Surprise! Yelled Mr. Panda. Wow, that was worth the wait, said the little penguin. Got a big chocolate sprinkly donut. That was worth the wait. And Mr. Panda says, I know. Thank you, Mr. Panda. I can't wait to eat it. Sometimes you just have to wait for good things to happen. The American Sign Language sign for waiting is you just kind of wiggle your hands. Can you wiggle your hands? The penguin was waiting and he got a big donut as a surprise. Now, our second book is called Pup and Bear. It's a beautiful story. It's a little bit longer. Hope you can hang in there with me. All right. Whoosh, when the great gray owl swooped down, screeching hoo-hoo, the Arctic wolves knew that the big freeze was on its way. So here's an owl, and can you see the wolves? They're white. It's going to be kind of hard to see this one. Oh, I think you can see better this way. So I'll stay back. So everybody's getting ready for the wintry weather. They took shelter in a snowdrift, and they listened to the fierce and wind holler and roar. They watched the snow plow in spirals, wrapping the world in a white, fluffy coat. Winter is coming. Or should I say winter is here? But then the wind's bitter cold breath turned warm, and the sun appeared. The big melt came, and one lone pup wolf, a wolf pup, that's a baby pup, baby wolf, found itself on a sheet of ice spinning out to sea. Look at this poor little baby wolf. They call him a wolf pup. He's on a little bit of ice and floating out to sea. I bet he's scared. The pup slid into the water. He swam and swam. When he reached land, he burrowed into a snowbank. He was tired and wanted his mother. The pup closed his eyes and fell asleep, listening to the throb of silence across the landscape. So here he is, falling asleep. Poor little pup, what's he going to do? He woke up to feel a cold nose against his fur. The smell was familiar. It was a polar bear. "You are not my mother," said the pup, flattening his ears against his head. "I am not your mother," said the polar bear, "but I can cuddle you and keep you safe." Here she is. The pup was shy and frightened. "Aren't you going to eat me? Polar bears eat wolves." "Not this one," said the polar bear, shaking her head. "Climb on my back, and I will take you to my den." So here a polar bear mother is going to take care of the little wolf. And normally polar bears eat wolves. Back at the den, the polar bear licked and cleaned the baby. "I am not your mother," she said, "but I can feed you and keep you warm." What a nice polar bear. The next day, they set off across the wintry tundra. Here they are going off together, the big polar bear and the tiny wolf pup. When they spotted a walrus with long, sharp teeth, the polar bear bellowed and chuffed. So the polar bear was telling the walrus to beware and stay away. She was protecting the baby. "Where are we going?" asked the pup. "I'm not your mother, but I can show you where to catch fish. They passed a goose perched on a nest of eggs. So she's going to teach him about all the things that he needs to know as a wolf. They sniffed the trail of a seal, and they stopped at the water's edge where the fish came and went. So here she is trying to teach him about life in the wilderness, so he'll be ready when he goes off on his own. The snow shone down on the crisp, crackling snow, and the polar bear rolled in the snowbank. "Come on," she said to the pup. "I'm not your mother, but I can show you how to play." It's hard to show the page when it's a white polar bear in the white snow. Luckily, you can see the little wolf pup. But when the pup tugged too hard at the polar bear's fur, the bear growled. "I'm not your mother, but I can scold you." Then she nuzzled the pup and tickled his belly. She's acting as his mother. Tired at last, the pup curled up against the bear, and they napped, listening to the wind. They take a nap? Do you take a nap? The earth turned around and round, which means years went by, and the big freeze came, followed by the big melt. And the polar bear nudged the wolf, who wasn't a baby, wasn't a pup any longer. "I'm not your mother," she said, "but I know it's time for you to go." She nuzzled the wolf one last time, and the wolf nuzzled her back. So here they are saying goodbye to one another. She's taught him all the things she knows. Then he walked out into the wide world. So now the baby wolf is no longer a baby. He's now off on his own. Polar bear mom told him it was time to go. You would think that was the end of the story, but it's not. The wolf howled to the midnight sun, which glowed on the horizon, where day ended and night began, and he was answered by the cry of another wolf. Here he is howling. Soon he was leading his own pack across the frozen tundra. Then one day, he came upon a polar bear cub huddled in a snowdrift. "Where is your mother?" asked the wolf. But the polar bear cub, did not know. The wolf sniffed the cub and rubbed the fur with her wet nose. "You are not my mother," said the cub. "I am not your mother," said the wolf, "but I can cuddle you and keep you warm." Roles have reversed. "Are you going to eat me?" asked the cub. "Wolves eat polar bears." "Not this one," said the wolf. "Climb on my back and I will take you to my den." There's the wolf. I'm going to take care of the baby polar bear cub. The polar bear climbed onto the wolf's back. "I'm not your mother," said the wolf, "but you can stay with me until you're big enough to be on your own." And the wolf pack crossed the tundra along the path that went round and round in the wondrous wheel of life. Here's the baby polar bear being led by the wolf back to their den, where the baby polar bear will learn and grow with the wolf pack until it's time for him to go off on his own. Beautiful story. Hope you could see the pages. And if not, just listen to the words. So I hope you enjoyed our story time today about bears. Thanks for joining me. See you later. And Frank, know that Nana, I love you. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining Frank and me. Till next time.